first episode of a new segment called Zain's Great, Glorious, Gargantuan, Good, Giant Gaming Guide, a segment with a modest name that will be even funnier if I never do one of these again. Today, I'll be doing a guide for the boss battles of Metal Gear, since it's the first installment of my favorite game series and also pretty oblique. The first boss battle we have is the Shotmaker. So, how to beat Shotmaker? Simple. Go into a corner, equip the remote control missile launcher, and hit him 4 times. Easy stuff since he's the first boss. Next up, Machine Gun Kid. Now, the way you beat him is to stand in a corner and hit him 4 times with the RC missile. No, I'm not making this up, and I promise they aren't all like this. Next, we have the Hind D Helicopter. Now it can be useful, as it's ordinarily very difficult to evade this boss's bullet fire. You want to equip the grenade launcher, and make sure you have plenty of ammo. You'll then want to position yourself between the 2 boxes next to each other in the top left corner. Once you've done that, you're free to open fire without fear of sustaining damage, as you're in a position that is impossible to be hit in. Don't shoot willy-nilly though, wait about 1 second between each shot or they won't register and ammo will be wasted. Next up, arguably the most challenging fight, the tank. For this fight, you'll want to utilize landmines to defeat it. What you'll do is run up into the narrow alley in which the tank moves back and forth when it's in a receded position. Ideally, you'll place 3 landmines horizontally across its path. You can place less if you can't manage 3, but it will require more times coming face to face with it. Note that the tank's machine guns fire alternately between the left and right. While I don't do a particularly good job of this, if the right machine gun is firing, try to stay to the left side of the arena as the bullets are less likely to reach you, and vice versa. It takes 12 mines to defeat it, so 4 solid runs of 3 mines is all it takes. After that complicated mess, we get a nice little breather with the Fire Trooper, in which, you guessed it, you sit in a corner and hit him with RC missiles. Next up, another challenging fight, Dirty Duck. Now, looking at the layout of the room, you'll see 3 other people here. Those are hostages. Now, in the boss survival mode, accidentally killing one is a game over, and you must start back from fighting Shotmaker again. In the main game, though, the consequences are more dire. See those stars at the bottom of the screen? That's your class rank, which affects your total health and ammo carrying capacity. For every hostage you kill, you lose 1 star, which is significant, as the boss after this requires a minimum amount of ammo to be beaten that can only be achieved by having a 4-star rank. I definitely didn't kill a hostage my first run of the game, and then played it all the way through to the end, only to realize I couldn't beat one of the last bosses and have to redo a third of it. That would never happen to me. The point is, don't do it. There's also a pitfall in the center of the room that should be avoided, as this game is finicky and will kill you just for getting near it, so hug the wall. Finally, in order to beat Dirty Duck, you'll want to walk directly next to him and use the submachine gun. This circumvents the unpredictable bullet spray of the weapon since he'll be getting hit by every shot, while still giving you the necessary fire rate bonus lacking from the handgun. Next up, we have the TX-55 Metal Gear. This was easily the most difficult fight for me until I discovered a strategy that I'll be teaching you to trivialize it. Those 2 camera-looking things on the wall behind the Metal Gear are lasers that will fire at you almost instantly when you're directly in front of them. Now, you beat Metal Gear by placing the C4 explosives at its feet to damage it. Slight problem though, it can't be just either foot, you must place them on the left and right feet in a specific sequence in order to destroy it. In the main game, you'll only be given the sequence once, so make sure you write it down on a piece of paper or look it up online if you're a loser. The sequence is as follows: right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right. Hope you got that. The other key is, rather than running around trying to evade the laser, simply positioning yourself in line with its feet and running straight across without stopping, pressing the use weapon button when you're aligned with the feet, you move too quickly to be hit. And with that, you've beaten Metal Gear. Brief spoiler alert, but there's one more boss, the dastardly main villain of the game and one of gaming's most iconic characters, Big Boss. In the main game, this boss battle is timed, making it extremely stressful, especially since you can't use the RC missile. But you can use the normal missile and stand in a corner and wait for him to walk into your line of fire 4 times. Yeah, it's a bit of an anticlimax, but that's your guide on how to beat all the bosses in the first Metal Gear game. I hope you've enjoyed this guide and will go out and play this game, as well as all the games in the series. And don't worry, I promise, even with all this info, there's no way you figure out how to beat this game on your own.